Well, lung cancer is the world's leading cause of cancer death, affecting more people than colon, breast, and prostate cancers combined. Dr. Richard Schrader is a medical oncologist at the Cancer Institute of St. Joseph Medical Center, and he joins us now. Thank you so much for being with us. So I know there are things that you can do to help lessen your chances of getting lung cancer or at least spot it early. When is it the most treatable? And let's start when we're talking about smoking.
Just start off simple. If you don't smoke, don't start. And if you do, we want you to work on quitting. Smoking is the leading cause of preventable deaths. And in fact, 80 to 85% of lung cancers are due to smoking. Male smokers are 23 times more likely to be diagnosed with lung cancer than non-smokers.
And what about vaping? Kids may think that it's less dangerous than smoking, but not necessarily the case.
We are still encouraging people not to vape. We don't know from the standpoint of cancer whether it's any less likely to cause cancer. And there's also the concern of acute lung injury from the hot vapor.
And should we be worried about toxins in our homes like radon?
We should worry about radon. It's estimated that about 1 in 15 homes will have high levels of radon. Radon is actually a colorless, odorless gas that is released from the soil and the rock and can accumulate in houses, especially in old basements.
And you recommend that your patients get some fresh air, right?
We recommend that patients get fresh air, that they avoid prolonged exposures to secondhand smoke, to obviously any chemicals or fumes, and just in general getting outside and eating healthy and exercise, socially distanced, of course.
Is family history a factor?
Family history is a factor, and in patients who have a first-degree relative, they are at increased risk for lung cancer, but it is not quite as strongly associated or understood as some other cancers, say breast cancer, ovarian cancer.
And what are the symptoms that we should be looking out for?
The symptoms with lung cancer can be due to the cancer itself in the lung, which would include an increased cough or persistent cough, change in character of cough, hoarseness. Certainly would be a big concern if you see any blood in your sputum. The other thing can be if unfortunately the cancer spreads and affects other places. So if people have new or chronic headaches, or back or bone pain that is different or new and persistent, or unintentional weight loss.
And are there screenings for lung cancer?
There are screenings for lung cancer. There's a low-dose CT scan that is recommended by the United States Preventive Task Services Force for patients aged 55 to 80 who have a 30-pack year history or more of smoking and are currently smoking or have quit smoking within 15 years.
And what is the best treatment right now?
It's important to realize that a one-size-fits-all doesn't work for all lung cancer patients. Here at the University of Maryland, St. Joseph Medical Center, we take the approach of deciding together as a multidisciplinary team which approach is best. So sometimes that can be surgery, sometimes that can be radiation oncology, radiation, whether that be traditional radiation or stereotactic radiosurgery, or medications. And those medications can be traditional chemotherapy, molecularly targeted therapy based on the tumor expression, or immunotherapy. We also do have a palliative care team here, which can be very important in more advanced cases.
Dr. Schrader, thank you so much for being with us. And for healthy diet and lifestyle tips for cancer prevention and survivorship, you can download your free Healthy Living Guide at umstjoseph.org/WMAR. We'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned. Well, nowhere is the spirit of giving stronger than with our friend Preston Mitchum Jr. He joins us now to tell us more about how his foundation is making a difference this holiday season and how you can help. Welcome, Preston.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you. I'm so used to seeing you in studio around the holidays.
I know,
yeah. All the great things you're cooking up. But this is no different. I mean, it's different in that we're virtual.
It's different. Yeah, it's a little different, but
what you're doing is the same. So tell us a little bit about how you've pivoted because of COVID-19 and how you're still helping the community during the holidays.
You know, most of our collection locations don't have the foot traffic that they normally do. So what we're encouraging people really just to go to the website, make a monetary donation, which will allow our volunteers to go out and shop for the families that are in need. We do have a few businesses that are collecting, but we're limiting that with the COVID-19 and the parameters and all the things that we need to have in place, the restrictions. We're encouraging people, go to the website. All the information is there on how you can make a small monetary donation. It's going to be different this year. You know, there are hundreds of families that we'd like to serve. And the only way that we can do that is by you guys going online and making that contribution. And then what we'll do is we'll purchase those supplies, and then we can really tailor on how many families we'll be able to support according to how many donations we get in. But it's just going to be different this year.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to be able to have those moments with our families that we've had in the past, where we can have those hugs, we can have those laughs face to face. So it's going to be a little different this year, but we still can do our part in making sure that they have what they need during the holidays.
And so tell us what you need in terms of donations. I know it's the money, but the
Yeah,
money
but
is going to go
what's gonna
towards.
happen? Yeah, what's gonna happen is toys, clothing,
Yes.
gift cards, toiletries, just some of those basic necessities, winter gear, hats, coats, gloves, all of that stuff like that, and still school supplies. You know, we're still getting in some supplies as well that some of the kids might need throughout the school year. So those are just some of the main items that we'll need. Those items, information about, you know, how you can contribute and all that is on the website.
And where and when and how is this
Oh, I
giveaway
know
even
it's
happening?
gonna be, you know, we had a conversation yesterday with a couple of our schools that we work with. So what's gonna happen is the week of the 21st, they have already set up opportunities for kind of drive up. It'll be a drive through pickup opportunity there. And then also some of our volunteers will actually go out and physically deliver items to the families. And it'll be a situation where, you know, we'll drop something off at the door. You know, the family might wave through the window. Maybe we can snap a picture, you know, one of those things where we can all stay safe, but we can still, you know, have that joyous holiday feeling.
It really is. And it is nice just to be able to drop that off, say your wave, and still, you really do still get that feeling of, I did something to help people in
Yeah.
my own community, and it just put a holiday smile on their face. So if we want to be a part of that, where should we go? What's the website where we can make those donations?
We can go to pmjfoundation.org and make the donation right online. If you want to mail in a donation, you can do that as well. There's an address on the website there. I just wanted to say a little note. In 2002, when we started this holiday drive, 2002, we started with 10 families. And I remember wearing my Santa hat and going and dropping off those donations. And it just feels really good many, many years down the line that we've helped out, you know, tens of thousands of families. So, you know, you just start somewhere. The little Santa hat, 10 families. So, you know,
And now
$10,
look at
you know,
it.
go online, make a $10 contribution, $20, you name it. Every little bit helps.
Well, I love that. And I love that story too, because you think about where you started and now to be here where even when it looks like we can't give, you
Yes.
find a way in a virtual experience, and we're going to make this happen. Preston Mitchum Jr., thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate it. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.